All right, folks, welcome to the fourplex for the season opener. Your Moncton Hawks taking on the Rangers. We're going to have a full tilt match here today, as the boys been off for a bit as they finished up HMB. Both teams, 11s and 12s, made it to the finals. Came up a little bit short, so they'll be ready to go here, both teams. Starting net for your Moncton Hawks, Jaden Richford. Rangers, second-year Baskin.
Too bad the Rangers don't have any name bars there. If anybody has some spare change, maybe we can send a donation down to St. John.
Yeah, most teams by this point in the season already have their name bars and all their gear, but here we go, folks. Hawks win the draw. Back to Millier. Millier up the boards, chipped in, and on the chase go the Hawks. Rangers got a real strong D-core. They like to jump up in the rush. We'll watch for that today. As Arsenault trying to get stick on puck. Tries to feed that out to the middle. Puck comes back the other way, and here come the Rangers. Rangers cross the line. Quick shot, Jaden. First save of the game. As the Hawks go back the other way. Arsenault is going to chip it in deep. And the Hawks will go for a change. Arsenault stays on as he applies a little pressure in the back end. Given to the point. Quick shot. Tipped. Goes wide. Fed right back in. As the ref gets his skate caught up in it. Guedette comes in to pinch. Cornette Patterson now takes a shot from a bad angle that jumps up and the goalie smothers. So the Hawks officially have 3 games down on the sked. I believe the Rangers have played 6 up until now. So if you check out the website, you'll see that the Rangers are sitting in first now with just that 1 loss to our arch rivals Flyers. Pass out front. There's another chance, and Baskin able to pop that behind the net. Rangers come back the other way now as they look for a centering pass. That's cut off by Robinson. Robinson just chips it up. Rangers come back the other way as they come through. Now deep behind the net. It's reversed. Rangers first on it. Not sure what was going on there as that puck was put behind the net. Seemed like our Hawk player just sort of watched it and the Ranger player just took it. Moved it back out to defenseman and had a chance on net. So the Hawks so far have been successful. They move their feet, they back check, they get pucks in deep, they cycle. We'll see if they stay on the go here now after such a long hiatus. This one's one quick shot, and Jaden doesn't even see it, and that goes straight in. And folks, if you've been watching enough hockey, you'll see that if you went over all the goals that have happened this year, I don't know how many have been from the point or started from the point. That's the main token here if you want success. And the Rangers just showed how to do that perfectly. Rangers dump it right back in. Hawks get to the puck first. They try to chip it out, but that's not out. Hawks just seem a little bit on their heels from the few games we watched. I know it's only a couple shifts in, but just the urgency that they're playing with just seems to be a little low. Let's see if they can get that back up. As Casey puts it back in. Now behind the net. Again, nobody pressuring right away. Just seems like a half second off here as the Rangers are having a little bit more time to move that puck. Rangers try to cross ice past that. Goalie had to tip it away. Now the Hawks D-to-D up, chipped in by Cornette as he tried to hit Arsenault coming down the middle. Arsenault on chase. Again, the ref. Skates get involved here, and Hawks able to keep it in. Fournette going to be first on it. He elects not to throw the body early. Hawks still keep it in here, however, as that's chipped up and out. Millier now back behind the net. Just off the mark. Cormier tried to chip it up. Jaden now behind the net. Stops it, but again, Hawks players just not moving their feet fast enough. And Rangers getting to that puck first. Not something we're used to seeing here. Reverse behind the net. As they look up the side of the boards. And not out as that trickles in. And now Millier behind the net. That's off the mark. Rangers come up with it. They look to center it again. That goes through everybody and out of the zone. Rangers moving it through the neutral zone here. Nice passes as they get in, but that's Chase O'Toole trying to dipsy-doodle himself too much instead of getting in deep. Hawks behind the net. They're put on pressure. Pucks poked up to Cornette Patterson. Now a little backhand shot towards the net. That goes wide. Behind the net now. That's centered out front. Right on the stick of the defenseman. They try to take another shot. Rebound. Jaden got it. They're poking at it. As again, another great chance. All starts from the point. Hawks on their heels as the motors just aren't running full tilt. Cars in warm-up mode here. Hawks try to chip that out. Rangers able to keep it in. St. Clair now trying to chip it out. He does, and that's offside as the Rangers come right back in. Hawks win the draw. That's knocked all the way down into the zone. Robinson under a little duress here. He shakes one or two, but Rangers 1-on-3 here trying to hold it off, but eventually that gets out. Rangers again with the puck. They missed the pass there. Casey now going to turn around and shoot it to two Rangers who are streaking down the sideline here. Rangers now hauled down. It's going to draw a penalty. Puck's loose. As again, the Hawks just sitting still, not skating at all here. And the Rangers able to take advantage by drawing a penalty. Rangers like to move the puck around a lot. Look for that cross-ice pass. Something we see a lot is they try to go from east to west. All the way around the boards and out. As here we go, as Boudreau puts on a little bit of the Jets, trying to give a little chase and disrupt some action here. Rangers now in the zone. Tried to chip it forward, but that starts a battle now along the line here. Rangers setting things up. Cross ice in the middle, quick shots. No! Jaden can't find it. Went off the post. Everybody thought it was in. As again, they look for that smaller pass from east to west, and that almost went in that time. Hawks on their heels here as nobody's skating up to the line. Nobody blocking shots. This is just not the start they were looking for. They got to get moving here, put a little pressure on, get the sticks going. Rangers trying to dig it out here. They do. They move. Oh, lots of traffic. Shot right on. Here come the Rangers again as the Hawks try to get some fresh bodies out. There's a chance to clear. It's off the boards and out finally as the Hawks under much duress here in the early going. Rangers were expected to be one of the top teams in the league. They are the top team at this point, like we were talking about earlier, but last year they have a bunch of players who played in the U14 team, and I don't think they lost a game all year. From the point again, quick shot. For this centering shot from the point, tipped off the crossbar again. It tips in as it goes off the bar behind the net and in. Again, it all starts from the point. I can't tell you or emphasize that enough. Even if it is on the power play, you get that puck to the point and create chaos in front of the net, you're going to have a chance at scoring a goal.
They almost had that one killed off. 4 seconds left in the power play for the Rangers. But you're right, we're going to need to see some urgency pop up here.
Yep, this is the flattest they've looked. You expect that at some point. They won every one of their games. And at some point, you just think you're better than you are, and you got to do the right stuff. So we're going to have to call upon the leaders here to run the ship. Look, moving right into that zone there. They got to just shut off these lanes. I want to see some urgency, some stick work. Walking out front. Good stick there. Hawks Arsenault come back the other way. Arsenault tries to dipsy doodle his way to the front instead of getting that in deep. And that's just taken away. Too much sweet stuff here. They're watching too much TikTok videos. Well, Rangers up by 2 early here, not even 8 minutes into the period. I believe the Hawks are still looking for a shot on net. Not used to seeing the puck for the duration in our own zone. That's just something we're not used to, but Hawks really getting outplayed here early. That's chipped out. Tries to chip it in. Refuse turns around and just hits the guy in the head. That's going to be probably a head contact. And here we go again. Finally touched. Refuse will go to the box. It looks like it'll be a head contact shot. Now there's lots of action going on.
Got to be careful not to take any more here. I think we already have a 2 for head contact, if not 4.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Refuse was trying to get the puck in. The defenseman slowed him down. May have got a little bit of a stick or something in the gut. Nonetheless, he was stopped, and he turned around and just whacked him in the head with his hand. 2 players are going here, so that might be a good thing for the Hawks after that. You can't afford to go right back on the penalty kill after a 2-0 start with the Rangers here.
Five on 4 here. That's what the ref's saying.
So it does look like that's what happened. It was probably a 4-minute call. Then they had 2 minor penalties, and they just put the 2-minute on the boards here. So Rangers are back on the power play, up 2-0. A chance to really get themselves in a hole here, the Hawks, if they don't wake up and play this one hard. Hawks, who have been so good this year, killing off penalties. We might even have more goals while being penalized than goals allowed, for sure. Rangers again. Be looking for that stretch pass. There it is. And that's just off the kilter that time. As the Hawks are going to have to keep their head on a swivel and talk. This one knocked out of the zone. Robinson's on the chase here. He's trying to get his man to cough up the puck. That's moved all the way up. Ref again. Linesman this time. Just getting in the way. We're seeing it a lot here. Rangers up through the neutral zone. Right in. He's going to try to set something up in the corner. Now it's back to the D-man looking to move his way in. Swing and a miss there as McPherson up there strong on him to shake him off the puck. Rangers now looking for some room as they move it up ice. Now into the zone. They chip it in deep. First guy on is the Rangers. Rangers chip it over to the other side. Up to the point. Over. They're looking for that cross ice. There's a tip right on. Another shot comes right out, but that's blocked by McPherson in the middle. 8 seconds to go here in this penalty, and we'll be back to even strength. Rangers, though, still have it as they look to center it. That goes off Jaden's stick and not quite through. Now from the point, McPherson comes up quick, though, and he gets his stick involved. Again, Boudreau's a little late on that one, though, and they're almost able to get that shot through, but eventually Hawks able to get it out and get some fresh bodies on. Rangers, however, got to do the same. Hawks take advantage of a player who fell down. Now back to the point. Just a shot on net. Oh, that just misses, but not by much. Again, let's get on that puck, Hawks. McPherson down low to Casey. Casey's got some room. Casey reverses it. There's a chance to walk out. Quick shot right on. That's the first shot on net. Maybe the second. As now the Rangers are going to get an interference call.
Yeah, that was a strange mechanism there on the penalties with the 4 minutes into 2. There was no man in our box for the extra 2. And so nobody came out of the box, and we had a fifth player jump onto the ice. And so the offsetting 2 should be done unless they got offsetting 4s. I'm not sure.
Yeah, not sure what's going on. I think even the timekeeper's a little unsure what's going on. Is they seem to have figured it out. There's still 2 guys in the box here now as Refuse seems to be staying, even though that 2-minute penalty is over. But then we see another 2-minute penalty that just happened from the Rangers. So let's see if the Hawks can get their motor running here. They're going to need 1 before this period's over to get some energy going. Hawks working along the boards now. Points wide open. Down low, Richard takes a shot, but we've seen this against the Flyers last game as those D try to walk in a little bit too close. The puck gets tipped, and then they're not at the point for the regroup. I'd like to see those shots come a little bit higher up on the blue and look for more of a tip or a rebound. That's where they found success earlier this year. Hawks again trying to move into the zone. Fournette now as he goes down the wing. Fournette behind the net. Up to the point. Here's Millier. Millier back down. Arsenault comes all the way up to the point. Should have shot that puck right there. Drops it off to nobody. And again, getting too cute. Quick shot there. That was a nice shot, though. That's what you want to do. Just get that puck on net. The only problem is when you shoot up by the blue line and you're a forward, you got one less body for a rebound or a tip in front of the net. That one goes through everybody. Nobody's seen that one. As their own players screen the goalie. Get it back to that point and hammer it, boys. Because again, Arsenault moving his way around, looking for an opening, and that's just deflected off, and the goalie covers that one up. Well, sometimes the simplest stuff is the hardest stuff to do. Hawks are doing a great job overall winning face-offs today. There's one thing I'm seeing. There's a shot from an angle you don't want to normally take on a power play, but it was taken. Rangers back to even strength. They're able to kill off their first penalty. And that's moved right up the ice. Get back there to be first on it. He moves the puck up to Cornette Patterson, who gives it right away in the slot, but as fast as it was given away, it was deflected right off the Rangers' stick. Rangers in the corner out front, little backhand. They're crafty with those little passes. You got to keep your head on a swivel as, again, you see that Ranger player all alone there, just waiting for a pass, and nobody's looking at him. Rangers D able to come in and keep that puck in from the point. As the Hawks, again, unable to clear the zone here. Finally, try to make a stretch pass that goes off a Ranger and down. Rangers doing a really good job as they easily move through the neutral zone, something that we normally take away from other teams. Here's a chance for Casey as he chips and goes. Looking for a person out front. Now back to the point. St. Clair down deep to McPherson. McPherson takes a swipe at it. Gets it to Casey. Casey now shoots from a bad angle. Goes off the glass to the other side. Now behind the net. Casey overskates that one. Rangers come back the other way. St. Clair takes a poke at it, unable to keep it in. And now he's back on the chase. And big shot off the head of Jaden.
Yeah, our MO for the Hawks this year has been like puck control and time for possession, but not the case tonight so far.
Oh, like I said, when you get up a couple games and you win and everything's going good, sometimes you just forget that it's the hard work and little things that got you there. And you can see today just by the shot selection and the ability to not move your feet quick enough, it's getting them in trouble. Hawks now. Fournette chips it in. Rangers first on it. One thing we usually see is these Hawks relentless on the puck after a chip in, but Rangers seem to be getting to those pucks first. Hawks again, just not quite sure, as you've seen right there again. Arsenault was thinking about coming in and he wasn't sure, and then finally he comes in and the puck squirts out behind him. Just seems like they're second guessing themselves here right now. Richard goes up for the hit, tries to knock puck off Ranger's stick, and Fournette back the other way now. He tries to go through. And now unable to get it deep. Rangers come back the other way. As a quick shot, Jaden blocker save. Rangers coming in with support as they always have two. Always looking for the pass, and if the pass isn't there, they're taking the shot. Fournette's got to be careful here as he was going for a change. Puck comes right by the door. Finally, the puck moves down the ice and Hawks get a change. There's a hit by Cornette Patterson. There's something we've been missing this game. Hopefully that'll spark them up here a little bit. Rangers now behind the net. They got 3 to our 1. And now Refuse lays a little bump. Puck still not out, however. It's the Hawks looking around, not able to make that quick play. Rangers right back in. They try to get cute at the line. And that's right back out. A little feistiness going on in front of the bench here as both teams. Ref lets that one go. Not something we're used to seeing, but I like it. Let them play. Let them figure it out. Rangers now, quick shot. Jaden will glove that one down. Hawks win another draw. Robinson first on it, tries to chip it up to Casey. Casey tries to chip it up to Boudreau. Boudreau's on a race now for that puck as Casey's back there to support him, trying to keep it in. Along the boards, Boudreau now with it. He's got a chance to move in, and he tries to feed it to McPherson. Here's a shot. That deflects off. St. Clair takes another one. That hits the side of the net. Finally, a little pressure by the Hawks here as they're throwing everything at the net here in the last 2 minutes of this period. St. Clair into pinch. He throws it right up the net. Rebound as they were in just a little too deep, but that almost bounced on one of the Hawks players' sticks. That's chipped but not out. So the Hawks able to keep it in, and they call a hand pass. Rangers win the draw this time, but Fournette trying to muck it up. Quick shot. That goes off the side of the outside of the net. Richard now in to keep it in. And that's chipped up high and out. Millier now. Chips it. Richard now has to dump it back to Millier. Millier right up to Fournette. Fournette to Cormier. Cormier tries to feed it right back. Richard down. Cormier. There's a shot that deflects up and over the net. The chip and go by the Rangers as the Rangers trying to get to that puck first. Trying to feed it out front. Good job by the Hawk player to hold him off there. That's knocked right back in. One last go up the ice here for your Moncton Hawks. That puck's off target, though, and the Rangers trying to take it back the other way. There's a chance for a big hit as he had his head down. Rangers first on puck, try to set it up front. Quick shot, scores! Rangers just first on pucks. They want it more than the Hawks, and maybe a few of those guys are going to have to sit on their butts for a few minutes to decide whether they want to play the next period. There's a hack by Cornette Patterson. The frustration setting in for the Hawks as they don't like the outcome, but the outcome is all on themselves. So 3-0 after the first period. Rangers under full control here as they just are putting a butt whooping to our Hawks here at their season opener. We'll take a break here for now, and we'll join you back in the second period.
Number 10 there, Caleb. Number 10, Caleb. His uncle's watching it in BC right now.
Okay.
Yeah. He was here for a week and he got home. He just got home. He texted him. Where can I find the name?
Well, folks, we're back here for the second period. Let's hope our Hawks have decided to turn the switch on as they find themselves in a 3-0 hole here. Millier now fires it in, and the goalie's going to hold on to that one as you see the Hawks, 2 players, not 1, but 2, drive the net right away. So a little adversity here for our Hawks starting off here in the second. Another draw 1 by the Hawks. Millier puts it down deep. McPherson tries to center it. Now down low. Back up the wing. That's stripped away as the Rangers come back the other way as they look for the stretch pass. That jumps over them, but they get the puck. Now in the corner. Trying to work it from behind the net. Goalie loses his stick. Behind the net now. Rangers able to come out with that puck. They get it back up to the point. Right back in deep. And now again, the Hawks getting on that puck a little bit quicker here. As you can see the feet moving a little quicker. Tried for the stretch pass to Arsenault. Overskated from the Rangers. Quick shot. That's blocked by Millier's feet as that was a 3-on-1 brewing up. Now Rangers got a little room. 1 holding off 2. Does a great job. Gets it back to the point. Quick shot. Deflected. Behind the net now. Try to come back the other way. Try to center it. Jaden blocks out with the stick. Rangers now move it all the way around the goal. Back up to the point. Down low, but that's blocked. They keep it in. Now behind the net. This little move there by Patrice, but Patrice gets stick check last second. They're forced to fire down the ice for an icing. Rangers win the draw to the point. Quick shot. That's wide. Hawks chip it out. Rangers back to pick it up. Behind their net, they look for an outlet pass. Now up through the middle. That's just off the stick. Hawks knock it right back in. Good pressure by the Hawks there, but they overskate the puck. Rangers come back the other way. Hawks try to steal it off the stick for half a second. Now Agnew. There's an odd man rush. There's a chance for Robichaud. Quick shot right on. Goalie makes a good save there. That was the best chance of the night for the Hawks so far. Needed to let that go a little bit earlier, I think. Put in deep by the Rangers. They go for a change. Hawks unable to clear it. A simple little chance of pass. And now in front of the net. Quick goal shot. Great save by Jordan Richmond. Oh! It's out front again. Geez, this Ranger team moves that puck across that middle of the ice so good. Hawks turn around and fire it down the ice. That'll be an icing, and we're lucky we're not down 4-0. As the Hawks had all the time in the world there as the Rangers went for the chance, or the change after the dump in, and they just didn't get enough wood on that puck to move it up ice and created a great chance for the Rangers. Hawks win the draw. Big battle along the boards. Hawks come up with it, a little chip and go. Rangers skating hard though. They get to that puck. Wrap it around. Little chip. Robinson comes in, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty for head contact on Jay Cornett Patterson, and the Hawks are going back to the box. Well, great opportunity here to
You know what's happening, Jamie? The boys have been watching the Blue Jays, and they want to make it interesting. And they think it's by going down early and coming back. Well, they're really digging a hole now.
Well, not only are they fighting off a penalty, they're fighting off a 4-minute penalty as a 4-minute minor is put on the board for head contact by Jay Cornett Patterson. There's a chance for the Rangers as they keep it in now from the point. They get it back in deep, but chipped away by Boudreau. Called off a hand in the bench by the linesman. Yes, we're used to seeing our beloved Blue Jays get down early in games and come back to win. Maybe that's the case here, but
Why is that not outside? It's off the... Isn't it off the bench?
well, there's 4 of them out there. Surely one of them figured out the right call. Hawks able to win the draw, get it down the ice. Great job there by the Hawks player, 1-on-2 as he creates chaos. Now he's got 3 of them in the corners. Casey putting on Chase, forcing that pass. McPherson now getting involved. This is the Hawks play we're used to seeing. Right back down. McPherson now drops it over to Casey. Casey gonna come in. He just can't quite pull the triggers. He tried to go backhand to forehand, and the goalie poke checked it at the same time. That would have been a great chance for the Hawks, but it was a great kill by those 2 lads. Millier now right back down the ice as it's going to be McPherson first on it. The goalie's forced to play it up the boards. Here comes Refuse laying the boom. Oh, he stepped out of the way, but McPherson's still on to poke it away. Great job by those 2 lads. Now the Rangers come back down. They shoot it in deep. Big hit by Refuse. Back in the Rangers. Keep it. Millier now has got to keep his head up as he tries to wrap it around the glass, and that goes out of play. McPherson wins the draw. Hawks looking a little bit more alive here in the last few minutes, but they're still in a big kill here. Nice job by Refuse there. Nice second effort. Get that puck down the ice. McPherson still on as he looks to pressure, a little stop and go. Leading with the stick. Turnover. Oh, he falls on the puck, but he's been everywhere. The little tornado's been havoc as he puts on the chase coming from behind now, and Refuse comes across. He's back up to the point now, trying to get his stick involved. With a little shot out front. Oh, Ranger had time to stop that puck and throw a little backhand on net. Almost went up off the crossbar and in. Here's a chance right in the slot. Stick checked at the last second. Is that Ranger got himself into fine ice. Minute 30 to go here in this 4-minute penalty. And the Hawks just moving their feet, doing a great job killing. They're touching the puck more than the other team. Great hit there as Arsenault comes in, and now Cadet comes in, and he puts it back in. Here's your Hawks. They're all fired up now as Fournette puts on Chase. He does enough to make that pass, not make its mark, as the Hawks are just flying like crazy out here. Now deep in the corner. 1 Hawk, 2 Rangers. The Rangers trying to move it up ice. They do. Fournette now on chase. They shoot it from the point. It's loose, but it goes behind the net. As the Rangers just unable to have time to set things up like they usually do. As Hawks are just pressuring St. Clair now as he gets a stick on it. Great job there as another stick. Arsenault again with a little poke at it. And now Gaudette comes up. And down the ice it goes by St. Clair. Everybody helping out here. 15 seconds to go here in this big kill. This could be the TSN turning point if they get through this one. Another strip away by the Hawks as Cormier sends it down the ice. Rangers trying to skate this one through the neutral zone. They chip it in deep. First on it in the other corner. Puck hopping around there as it's in the corner. Rangers come out with it. They get it to the point. D to D pass. Lots of traffic, but blocked as the Hawks chip it out. That's Robichaud this time. Robichaud putting on the chase. The tides have turned here. Back to 5-on-5. Hawks try to pressure it up there again. Robinson able to get it in deep. He goes for the change. Casey now trying to apply a little pressure. There's Casey and Boudreau. Casey lays a nice hit. Oh, he gets pushed on the head. Ref calls it. And finally, as Casey laid a big hit, the Ranger player didn't like it. And as he was getting up, pressed up against his head. We'll see. It is a head contact. Will it be a 4 or will it be a 2? We don't know. That's the one thing we can't figure out. Not just this game, but every game we've played this year. What constitutes a 2 and what constitutes a 4? It's a 4, folks. Well, you can bet after that great kill, good period overall with a little bit more intensity by our Hawks. This is what we like to see. But they're going to have to capitalize at least 1 goal here. Let's see if they work it from the points or if they get silly. Another penalty coming as that puck goes off a skate net ice. And I didn't see this one. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but Rangers D heading to the blocks. Well, we've seen this exact same thing in a 2-2 game against the Flyers late in the 3rd period where the Hawks had a 5-on-3, one of them being a 4-minute. And they were unable to capitalize. Hopefully this will have a different vibe by the end of it. D to D pass. Millier now. Lots of room to shoot, but everybody just watched it from the sidelines. If you're going to take shots from the point, you're going to need somebody in front of them. Refuse now. He tries to move it up and into the zone. He's put on pressure. It's a 5-on-3 here. The Hawks got lots of room here to do stuff, but they're just unable to settle this puck down here. Finally, Millier now. Way over. Way up. 5-on-3, you'd think one person would just stay in front of the net and not move. Here's a chance. Hawks from the point. Quick shot right on. Now back behind the net. We got just over 50 seconds in that first penalty. So if they score, they'll still have a 5-on-3. Rangers able to get new troops on the ice. Hawks now. Cormier. He's in the zone, looking back to the D. Agnew now. Great chance by Gaudette as he works in, and that's on the net and close, but that little bit of a cradle on that shot gave the goalie enough time to square up. No time for cuteness. I know we want a nice goal here, but we just need to outshoot them and outwork them to the puck. It's a 5-on-3. Just work the points and fire that thing. There's another chance from the point. They walk in, and there's a shot. It's a deflection. That's what we want to see. And now Cormier tries to center it out front. And that'll do it for one penalty, as this is going to come back to a 5-on-4 from the point. Way over, chance blocked. Great job by the Rangers as they get involved blocking. And now that's again off a ref. And that puck almost squirts off Burnett's. Over to Agnew. Agnew, quick shot. Goalie able to close the 5-hole on that one. As that shot all the way down the ice. Richford going to have to play it. As the Rangers might get out of this one unscathed here as we're in the last minute. And Jaden's forced to cover in their own zone. Not something you'd like to see, but minute to go here. 5-on-3 is now over. 5-on-4. Few shots, but nothing to show on the scoreboard. Great win shot from the point. Rangers put that one up and over the net. Nice clean win on the draw, though. Boudreau now chips it in deep. So he looks to set things up. That misses the mark, but gets back to the D-man. There's Robinson. Robinson shoots, misses everybody. All he had to do was put that on net for a deflection. Robinson. That gets moved up to Casey, who gets it in deep. First on it, chipped out front. Here's Minnick, gonna come in, quick shot. Oh, blocked by the Rangers. They're doing a great job just getting anything they can in front of these shots and creating havoc. Hawks give it away at the line, quick shot. Jaden gloves it down, and that'll do it. As the Hawks unable to get a goal on that 5-on-3, including the 4-minute head contact. It's been a better period, but Rangers keep it in deep. Rangers overall doing a good job pushing that puck behind the goal line and just applying pressure. The Hawks are moving their feet a lot better this period, but again, the Rangers doing a good job at that as well, so we're in for a little battle here. Great pressure there again by McPherson. McPherson's been a little tornado out there. Sees back for the puck, chips it back, and here comes Arsenault, who was all by himself. Now Refuse puts it out front off a skate. Here's another chance, but that squirts over the stick of Arsenault. Another quick shot, deflected, up in the air. There's a little chaos there as the puck was squirting around, almost found its way to the back of the net. Unfortunately, we haven't been so lucky yet, but here's a chance from the point. Skips off the stick. Cormier trying to keep it in, and Van Horsen now for the Rangers coming back the other way. He stripped off the puck, but it's kept in by the Rangers. Now back deep for Van Horsen. Agnew throws the body. Puck gets chipped around the other side. Cormier up to Fournette. Fournette entering the zone. Robichaud going to the net. Puck's knocked down. Rangers try to chip it out. Unable to. Hawks get it in deep for net now, behind the net. Back up to the point. Lots of bodies in front. If we can get a shot here. Shot. Nobody's there now. And the goalie easily smothers that one.
So in injury news, Cam Martin's still sitting out there, starting to move around a little bit easier and doing some rehab. So it'd be good to get Cam back in the next number of weeks.
Yes, good to see that he was at practice the other day. So always good to see them out and about, hopefully on the ice soon. Muckage happening along the boards. Hawks win the battle. Quick shot off the pads, and the Rangers come back the other way. Rangers trying to create an odd man rush here, but that's stripped away. Robichaud loses the puck. They're able to keep it in. Rangers first on puck there as they're able to win that battle. Now they try to chip it out. That goes up and out of play. Well, this period's been a battle back and forth as the Rangers started with a 4-minute minor penalty, head contact. Hawks had a 5-on-3. So both teams have had a few chances. 0-0 from the second period on so far. This was the game we thought we were going to see. Rangers try to shoot that one from the point. That gets somebody in the head. Now behind the net. Both teams fighting for possession. 3 Hawks, 2 Rangers. Squirts out. D shot right on. As Rangers doing a great job just shooting everything from the point. Yes, some of them are getting blocked down, but the ones that do make it through create lots of chaos in front of the net. Millier now. He gets hit from behind. The ref right in front of him doesn't call it, but the back ref called it. Little confusion there as the goalie didn't know whether to come to the net or not. He was being yelled at. It's got to be a little bit more awake there, but at the same time, when it's in your zone and there's pressure like that, nobody knew the call because it was the back ref that called it. With a ref right beside them, he didn't put his hand up, so nobody knew there was even a penalty being called. That shot all the way down the ice as the Hawks go on another power play attempt here. At some point, you're going to want to have to see them score. This team's been averaging almost 5 goals a game. And we've seen the last 2 5-on-3s, these Hawks not be able to get 1 goal. So we're going to have to see if they can kick it into another gear here and get 1 goal. At least. Back to the point. No, dude. The tip is just up and over the net by Boudreau as Millier gets it on net. Now Millier down low. Out front, quick shot. That goes wide. Boudreau tried to squeak it in the short side. Up but not out. Is Millier able to hold it in there? Now Casey along the boards. Casey back to the point. Lots of chaos in front of that net now, and it's let go. Rebound attempt, but he's tied up. He's thrown into the boards there. Cornette Patterson's not liking that. As they battle down low. Another big hit. Millier tries to keep it in. That squirts out 1-on-1 here. As the Rangers try to squeak it in the short side. Well, his Hawks doing everything they can now but scoring. You can bet they feel that right now. They just need to find a way to get that first one in, and hopefully they'll relax just a little bit to get those next couple after that. Hawks able to get control off the face-off. Right back in. The Rangers send it, however. The Rangers put on just enough pressure to not allow the Hawks to come out with it, and Rangers put it right back in. 15 seconds to go on this power play. Another great job by the Rangers pressuring as the Hawks just holding on to that puck too long, not moving it like we normally see them. There's a shot from a bad angle. Another chance as that's sent right out front. This one's wrapped around and out. That'll do it for the penalty. Back to 5-on-5 action. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Hawks had lots of chances now. And all the way through. Quick shot scores! Go! Bobby Orr style. As Abel Agnew puts on his skills as he splits the D and puts it up and over the glove of Baskin for the first goal of the game. Fire Hawks. Better late than never, but you almost wish there was a few more minutes tacked on to this period because they're probably fired up right now, but the Rangers have it behind the net trying to move it out front. As that puck moves around, quick shot. Jaden had to be sharp there as the Rangers almost came right back the other way. Rangers win the draw. Now along the boards, outreach to the slot, quick shot. Jaden, bad save. We're giving up another shot from the slot, but that squirts off his stick. We got to close up that slot, Tony. I'm not sure what's going on. The Rangers have had plenty of opportunities right in the middle of the ice. Nice stick work there by the Hawks as they come back the other way. There's a pass wide. Two of them drive the net. Put that one low on net. You might have a rebound chance, but it's stick checked at the last second. Got to go to the point here. Havoc in front of the net. Quick shot. Tipped wide. Hawks first on it. Back to the point they go. I'm liking what I see here with this point stuff. Great little pass by Millier. Quick shot off the back of the leg. I don't know who. That one hit. Millier puts it right on. Rangers now come back the other way. They try to flick it out, but that doesn't get the flick he wanted. But he dangles enough to keep the puck. Finally, he loses it. Millie back to settle things down. Here's a chance for the Hawks as they come across the line. Quick shot that batters it up and over the net. As that was a dandy little play to move the puck up ice. Hawks are flying and profiling, but just not quite enough time left in this period to strike again. Hopefully they don't cool down in between intermissions. Another last attempt right in the slot. Quick shot blocked. Holy moly. Lots of action that period as the teams take chances back and forth. But it's the Hawks that won the period 1-0. But are down 3-1 after 2. We'll take another tiny break and we'll see you in the third. Round 3, here we go. Let's see what we can do here. Puck driven all the way down the ice. As Jaden didn't go out to play that one, as thought it might have hit the boards and bounced out towards the middle of the net. So the Rangers are down. Hawks are on the power play here, as that apparently at the end of the period, one of their players shot the puck towards one of our players and was called for unsportsmanlike. So your Hawks are going to be on a 2-minute power play to start this period. So far the power plays have been ineffective, but hopefully we can get something going here. Rangers able to clear the zone again. Minute left to go in this power play. Hawks try to skate it in. Cadet now all alone. He chips it deep into the corner. And that's chipped all the way down the ice. Hawks missed the target there, and the Rangers able to fire it all the way down again. Just a quick side note, only 3 first-year players for the Rangers. All their Ds are second year, both goalies are second year. There's a break for the Rangers as they try to poke it out front. Hawks able to get back and disrupt that as Fournette moves it to Cormier. Cormier now just fires it in and around the boards, but the goalie Baskin able to stop it. There's a giveaway, quick shot, as that would have been a nice one from the point now. Lots of traffic, rebound. Back to the point. Blake unable to hold that one in, but he gets it in deep. Hawks trying to be first in on it, and Cornette is. Gets it in deep again, but the Hawks went for a change. Hawks controlling it deep. Back to 5-on-5. Out front, quick shot. That's off the mark. A little bit of stick check involved there by the Rangers. Fournette Patterson now trying to be first on it. He is able to chip it over to Boudreau. Boudreau tries to get it back to Fournette Patterson. Now Casey, quick shot off a shin pad. And Rangers able to finally clear the zone. Great stick by St. Clair to knock it up. And coming right out of the... And the Hawks are going to get called as Fournette Patterson's going to go... No, it's going to be white. I thought Jay Fournette Patterson was getting called for that pile driver there as the man came right out of the box and hit into him. Jay brought him right to the ground, and I thought that was the call, but it looks like the Rangers are going to go back in the box, and the Hawks are going to get another power play. You got to think at some point the Hawks are going to score just based on how many power plays they've had.
The law of averages would say.
The law of averages. I'm a big law of averages guy. Or shot from the point, tipped off a couple skates. Doesn't quite make it to the net, however. Statistics say Rangers, great pressure. As that's all you need to do. It's so simple. Everybody can control their attitude and their work ethic. That's offside. But when you control those two things, you can just disrupt the force of any team. And the Rangers, after giving up a goal, are still fighting strong, blocking lots of shots and doing whatever they can to keep the Hawks behind on the scoreboard. Arsenault first on the puck. He gets it back to the point. Over to Richard. Oh, Richard should have took that shot as he tried to go back to Arsenault. Getting a little too fancy here. That hasn't been working. That puck's got to go north-south here with guys in front of the net. Someone in front of the net, quick shot. That's the goalie able to hold on to it. This Refuse was in front looking for a rebound. Players coming to the bench. You can see them finicky with one another. Unfortunately, when you're down by 2, you can't win the little lip battles. Little giveaway there by the Hawks as they're forced to retreat. Again, pass off the target and down the ice it goes. Player falls right on the puck. As the player takes his hand, puts it right on the bottom of the blade and sort of lies on the puck. Nothing called there. Fournette in! And I thought that was in, but the goalie able to get the trapper down. Holy moly, that would have been a nice one to have early in the third, I tell you. The goalie makes the save of the game. When goalies make big saves, they get into it. We're going to have to break that confidence quick. We got 20 seconds left on this power play. Can the Hawks do anything? Cormier now back to pick it up, but he's under a little duress. He has to drop it back. Gaudette now trying to skate, but again, pressure just coming in layers. As one comes, the other one comes, and again, the Hawks just unable to do anything. I'll tell you one thing, if you don't move the puck here, you're definitely not going to get anything going. There's another penalty kill by the Rangers as they've been textbook perfect here this game so far. Here's a chance. Casey, oh, he comes out. This is the big one. Great save as the goalie shines and able to hold the Hawks off again. Two big saves by Baskin as he shows his second-year prowess. We won't say he's the difference maker in the game, but he's definitely the difference maker and why it's not a 2-3 game anyway. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Running out of time. You need a goal here soon to get back in this game. Hawks do a good job getting it in deep. Casey first on it, but he's bumped off the puck. Now it's a battle behind the net. Hawks come out with it. Nice pass up to St. Clair. St. Clair just puts it on net, and that almost bobbles through. As a simple little shot almost squeaked in between the two legs of the goaltender.
Seems Boudreau might have some fans from all the way in British Columbia watching the game tonight, so that might be a record for our telecast there in terms of reach.
Well, thanks for tuning in. St. Clair tries to bat that one down, and he's able to. If not, that player might have been gone behind him. Casey now wins that battle off the boards. He's trying to squirt that towards the net. He's pushed off and now pushed down. And Rangers come back the other way as they try to work it to the middle. Great job there by St. Clair as he able to move the puck up. Casey now. He's got another player. Going to pass it to him. Can't quite get the wood on the handle as the Rangers defenders just all over their stick, stopping them from able to make that pass as they had to outreach for it. Hawks doing everything they can, but it's just not quite enough. Still some time, but you need 2. There's a chance for Refuse off the blocker. Up and over. Here's another chance. Squirts out front. Goalie covers it. As it's definitely been all Hawks. They're pressing. Just unable to find the back of the net.
Picking one out of the scrum there.
Cross-checking call on Arsenault. And now, after all those great chances and missed opportunities, the Hawks are going to have to show up and kill one. They got the feisty little McPherson on. He's done a great job the last couple penalty kills. Millier trying to wreak havoc in the back as 3 Rangers are back there. They get it to the point. Great job by Millier being aggressive in the corner as he bumps his man off the puck. He's got 2 to contend with now. Rangers move it back up. Good job by McPherson as he bumps his guy. Now deep in the corner. Great job. Rangers walk. Oh, didn't like it. Back to the point. Refuse does a good job getting up high, taking away a chance for a shot, but here's a chance. Quick shot off the side of the post. As the Rangers have now hit 3 posts or crossbars this game. Rangers now walk into the zone. Here's a quick shot off the glove and into the corner. And the Hawks able to get it down the ice. Get some fresh bodies on here. .45 seconds to go in this penalty kill. Hawks able to get it right back down the ice again. That's left for net on the chase. Cormier now tries to angle his guy, but he gets around him. Van Horsen comes back the other way. Great back check there by Frenette. He disrupts that. Allows Gaudette to shoot it all the way down the ice. Giveaway! Oh my goodness! The goalie tried to play it. It's out front! Quick shot! Goalie with another save! Can't buy a goal, and now it's a breakaway the other way, but Gaudette comes back. Holy moly, furious action both ways. There was a goal given to us on a golden platter, but taken away at the last second as the goalie jumped back in the net. We've seen it a couple times this game. I've mentioned it, how we tend to settle that puck down just for a half a second and cradle it, and it's just that extra second that allows the goalie or a defender to block the shot. Hawks are definitely winning the chances this period, but just can't find the back of the net. They're pressing, however. They killed another power play, or penalty kill, I should say. Rangers now. Robinson back. Tries to throw the body. He overskates the puck. They try to shoot it out front. The Rangers do a good job going from behind the net, centering out front to that slot area. They've done it a few times. Big hit by Robinson as he throws the boom. Oh, it's a giveaway to the point. It's a shot to the point. Lots of tips. Shading right on. Robinson's taken down. The other player trips that shot, and it just trickles out as the Hawks try to get a chance here. They got to be careful. Oh! Boudreau tried to come up with a big hit. Unable to get it out here. St. Clair finally settles things down a little bit, looking for the outlet pass. Rangers, D to D. Through the neutral. Picked off by Refuse. Refuse, little chipping out. Chip to Casey. Cornett, Casey. Back to Refuse. Refuse just puts it back in deep. Didn't like what he's seen. Patterson puts the boom. That player's down. Hawks are coming alive. Just can't seem to find that net. Under 10 to go here. Chipped in. Not all the way in as it hit the linesman. Back the other way, Millier. He's going to have to shake off a few defenders here as that puck is chipped. Finally, it's out. McPherson squeaks through. McPherson now 3-on-1. Oh, the pass is brought down. Like I said, these Rangers just doing a great job getting a stick or a piece of body in front of passes, shots. Another penalty coming to the Hawks. So many penalties. Well, the Hawks' best defender as of late is now sitting in the box. So they're going to call upon the next guy up to kill this one off. That's a 4-minute penalty again. I don't understand what. Jane the save, rebound, scores! Well, the Rangers know how to score a goal on the power play. That was a rebound. Well, the good news is the penalty drops now to 2 minutes. The bad news is they're still on the power play where they've scored already twice today on the power play. Rangers unable to make that pass. Big hit by Robinson as he steps up. Stretch pass attempt. That's going to be offside, however, if he touches it, so he has to leave it. Well, the smallest guy on the ice. Another chance for the Hawks. They just can't find the net. From the point, we've seen this happen, and that's just up and over. Nobody could see that puck coming through as there was a massive pile of bodies in front of the net. There's another chance for the Rangers. Now wide, back to the point. Rangers put it back in deep. Rangers try to drop it. And that gets shot all the way down the ice by the Hawks. As hopefully this should do it. That penalty might have been the final nail in the coffin, however, here, as this is going to be a big hole to come back of. Oh, a missed opportunity there as we just turned around and fired it, but McPherson was coming out. He would have been on the breakaway. Back the other way. Nice little pass. But Casey gets the bounce. The Hawks have been snake bitten here The goal now should be just to find the back of the net one more time. At least. From the point, blocked down. Big hit there by Refuse. Patterson. Little scrummage behind the net now as the tempers flare in a 4-1 game, 5 to go. Hawks moving it through the neutral zone. Bumped off the puck, however, but Patterson tried to come in and help, but that's chipped up and over. Hawks do a good job pushing the Rangers off the puck. Here comes St. Clair now. So he's trying to go end to end, but that puck squirts off his stick. He's got to get back, and he does. D to D, but just off the pass. Off the stick, of Cormier. Rangers still doing a great job getting pressure on that puck. They're going to send one, keep too high this time. Burnett now. He tries to squeeze by from the corner, tries to center it. That goes through everyone. Knocked off the puck. There's a shot attempt, and that's right on. As Baskin, the busier goalie in this third period, standing on his head, stopped any comeback the Hawks had planned. Baskin again gloves that one down. Hawks keeping that puck in as they move it down low, but great job by the Rangers just to give the Hawks no time to work that puck. Here's from a point, deflected. Smillier tried to feed that one towards the net. Back to the point again. Now Richard, Cormier, over to Millier. Millier, quick shot. Blocker save by Baskin. Turnaround shot, quick shot. Baskin the save. Under 3. Boudreau misses McPherson. McPherson tries to keep that in, but that's chipped out. Eventually, Hawks try to chip it back in, but that goes over the boards. Well, it seems like they dug themselves in a hole after that first period. They came back flying. But you come out one bad period here, and it might just be one period too much. Other than that, we've seen some high points for the Hawks. But the biggest difference being unable to score on the power play, where the Rangers have been able to score on theirs. Ref decides to come over and talk about the hang of one of the players' mask with 2 minutes left in the game. Out front, not much wood on that one, as ref's going to throw them both in the box. Should have just left them alone. They just had a little argument, a disagreement, something you get involved with your wife all the time in.
You got a box at home, Jamie?
One thing we've noticed this year in all games we've watched is these refs love to call penalties. They like to be noticed. Pretty sure they get a commission on every penalty minute they call. You can see the game here. The players are reaching in with sticks. I don't think the last of the little feistiness is over yet. There's another icing call. Well, folks, if you're just joining us, or if you've been with us all night, I should say, the Blue Jays are up 2-1 in the 7th inning. Unfortunately, your Hawks are down 4-1 in their last inning. Jaden out, forced to play it. And that gets over to Burnett, who gets the squeeze, and he throws his hand up. He's frustrated. They're all frustrated. Here comes a big hit. Another big shot. Rebound. Miss. Here's another boom for the boy. Poking stick. What else can go wrong? They just can't find a way to get that puck in the net. Everything is happening. Oh, another call. Another bonus for the referee. As I don't know who he's calling. He's probably going to add a couple extra people on this one. There's only 30 seconds left. Everybody in the box. Yep, just like the song says, oh my God. Just let the clock play out. Well, guess what? We got 2 people in the box. Well, just when you thought it was over, 30 seconds to go here in the game, and the Rangers, just like that, up 4-1. The ref decides to say, you deserve a 5-on-3.
The first two were offsetting, and then you got a 2 and a 10.
Yep, you could be right here. I see another player coming on the ice for the Hawks. But the ref's coming back to the box. He's got to make sure that he figures this out correctly. Well, folks, we got 30 seconds left. We got time for 2 more penalties. Put your bets in and take your number of choice. Let's chip down the ice. Frenette's on the attack, and he gets the puck. Rebound! Oh, that was a great chance by Frenette there with one last ditching attempt. You can bet Millier is going to throw a big body boom here. I feel it. Oh, he couldn't quite get up there. He wanted to. From the point, everybody in front off the skate. Their own player this time. 3 seconds. Just going to feed that towards the net. And that'll do it. The ref's final bonus, $378 on top of their regular pay. Well, folks, that's the first, hopefully, of not too many losses, but the first one of the year for our Moncton Hawks. They fought back beautifully in the last 2 periods, just unfortunately unable to find the net or score on the power play, but they did what they could. But hopefully we'll have a better outing here on this Sunday evening coming up as we head to Fredericton
at 2:30 on Sunday. So tune in for that one. Should be a good one.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Sunday.